Okay. Yeah. Yesterday, as I said earlier, yesterday we did something on join, then we did something on union, then also we did something on subquery. Even though we couldn't do subquery, but at least I introduced the definition to us. Then also one of the main things we achieved yesterday was using SQL to solve business question. I think we solved like 8 business question, right? So today we start from there. So today these are what we are trying to achieve today. Let me just write it out. Today we'll be doing data cleaning. We'll be doing data cleaning. Um, we'll also be doing what else? Hmm, Case one. We're doing case one. Then we'll also be doing what I prepare for today? Subquery, subquery. Then we finish our journey. So yeah, we all remember that when we're in, when we're okay, yeah, sorry for the interruption. I had a little bit for my water. So yeah, we were doing what do you call it? Yesterday we did something about using SQL to solve business problem. So today we just do data cleaning. Remember when we're solving when we're discussing about Excel, we did something like data cleaning, which was the first step after after sourcing of data. So now today that's what we'll be starting from. So we actually want to clean this data, we want to make it better, I want to make it look better for analysis, right? So that's exactly what I want us to do. And then it is quite simple on SQL. Sorry, my laptop. Okay. It's quite simple on SQL. Data cleaning, in as much you know, SQL is more like English. In as much you know the English you want and the return, what you're expecting, then the code becomes simple. So now let's just start. So now case ID, we know that we really do not have anything to do with case ID because this is more like a matric number, not clean matric number because it is just unique for everyone. So yeah, we start from this year. So I want to know is my ear is it clean enough? Is it not clean? Is it dirty? You understand? So the first thing is select. How do I select distinct year? That is, how do I select different year in this column? How do I select here? So the first thing I'll write is what? Is anyone on the call at all? So the first thing I'll write is what? Year, right? So then from what is the table? What table are we using? This is the attack table. So it should be from what? From attack. Sorry, this is not supposed to have anything. So now it is just returning 2017, but then we actually have a lot of years. So how can I know the distinct year? I want to see how many 2017 do we have, how many 2016 do we have, and how many 1954 do we have. So the first thing I want to do is here is what? Is distinct. Distinct. So what will this return? What are you expecting? So this one will be what? I'm sorry. So can we see? We can see that okay, we actually have 3 different years. Instead of us having a lot of 2017, a lot of 2016, a lot of 1954. The only thing this thing return is that okay, no matter no matter the how many repeated values of this 2017 we have, if you just return only one of them, then it will do the same for this one 2016 and also the same for 1954. Now I can only see that here. I can conclude that this attack only happened in 3 years. At least we were given 3 years to analyze. So now we have 1954, we have 2016, we have 2017. So that's the first thing. So the year looks clean. So I really don't have anything to to claim there. So now how can I go back? So I'll just do what? Let's start from what attack. What's the usefulness of star? Exactly. So it's what? Select everything from what? From attack. So now I can see that oh the year is clean, then I'll have the case ID is clean. So the next thing is what? Type. So the next thing is I actually want to know okay, type is the next um, that is the next column. So how can I claim type? So the first thing I'm writing is what? Distance. Oh no, let me do something like this. Type. But then I want to see how many type do I have. How many type of attack do I have? So the first thing I'm doing, the first thing I'm calling is what is distinct. So this one is what distinct what. So can we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then there is a place where there is what where there is empty space. So in this case, how do we upload this one? How do we change or how do we change this value, non-value? How do we add something into it? So the first thing is I want to check if this is actually a null value. So the first thing I'm going to write is what where type is null. Is it given let me use count. Let me use count here. I want to use do something. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now what I tried to do. Please, can we just postpone this class because I don't think this low attendance is not good at all. Maybe I'll just pause it for a little so people can join. Should we just cancel this class or postpone it? Because I'm not getting any response.
Sorry, what's the question? I'm just joining.
Okay, we're trying to clean the data set line, which was the first thing I have to do before we move on to this work. So then I started with cleaning the first two now. Then now I was trying to clean this one. So let me just go back. So now I'm trying to clean this particular type. But then I saw there is I can see there is an empty space here. Now I want to confirm if this is an empty space, if there is something written here or what exactly is there. So then I used where that is return where this particular stuff is empty. So I want to type where this column, what column, type column is what is empty. I can also type something is what I can do is null. What is not null? That is where this type is empty. So I'm expecting it to return this particular stuff. So control enter. I can see it is not returning anything. But then I need the column to actually know that okay, that means this particular type, the one we saw, is not actually a empty space. But then how can I know? So I want to return something like when where type equals to what? Maybe just a space bar. Now that means there is a space bar there, and space bar count as what? As one letter. So let's just count. Let's see if there's something like this. Well, it is returning nothing too, but then let's do counts. If you count this one, like okay, count this type, it's giving 0. So if you count this one, let's say it's an empty space, it's giving 1. That means there is an empty top here. There is something like this, without anything there. So I want to replace this one. I want to replace this with a letter like unidentified or unknown, something like that. So how do we update values in SQL? So the first thing is what? Update. What's the column name? What's
Type.
the table name? Sorry.
Attack.
So it will be update attack, right? Then the next thing is what set. What's the column name?
Type
Type equals to what?
equals unknown.
Equals, let's say unknown. Remember it will be in the
Quotation.
double quotation mark because it is what? It is a text data type.
That's the
But then I just want to copy this one, Control C, Control V. So let's run this. Yeah, we can see it works. Now let's select this one again. Distance. And just write it in. Let's distance. Uh, from what? From attack. So you can see everything is actually populated now. So that's exactly how to do data cleaning in SQL. So let's move on. So now I want to return to the old. I want to view the old table. So I'll write what? Select what? Start from attack. Right. I hope we understand what I'm trying to do. I hope you can understand, Sha. Okay. So then now in this country. So now let's try this country. I really don't think there's a lot of things to clean here, especially this. Let's just clean this one, then this one. Yeah, let's just clean the search. So how do we clean the search? We actually want to update wherever we see M should be what male, and wherever we see F should be what should be female. So this one will be what? That means we are trying to update this search column. So how do we update a column in SQL? So the first thing we are writing is what? Update,
updates.
right?
Attack.
What's the table name?
Attack.
Update attack, then set what?
Let's sex
Uh, equals to
equals
what?
male in double quotation.
No. Okay.
Where
So we have to where exactly?
sex equals in double quotation.
SS equals in double quotation. So yeah, let's run this. Have an error SQL syntax. Update attack six. Oh, okay. So I know how to do some. So let me run this one. Okay. Let's run it. But then I've seen it has populated this here. So now let's do the same for F. So I can actually just make my life easy by just changing this one. But then remember, when you are submitting this one to CEO or something, you have to write every code out. You have to write each code. So then let's select this one too. So you can see the male and female is already populated. Everything is looking good currently. But then let's do something for this page. For everywhere we can see an empty space. We want to populate them with zero. Yeah, let's populate them with zero. So that would be what? How can I populate all this empty space with zero? So the first thing is I want to check the column. I want to know if they are null or not null, or if they are empty space or they are not empty space. So the first thing is what? What column am I selecting? What column am I selecting?
Age.
So that will be age from what table?
Attack.
From attack. Now I want to check where this particular column, what is the column name? Where this age is equals to what? Is
Is
null.
null.
So I can actually write is null. I can actually write is null. So it is not returning anything. Um, Let me count. I want to count this. It's giving me zero. That is, everything is populated. Okay, let's check this one. Equals to. Then you have 12. Check of this thing. So now the first thing I actually want to update. I want to update that column, that H column. So the first thing I'm writing is what? Update what?
Update
Attack.
attack.
Attack. Thank you. That is, I'm updating the table. Where from what? Set what?
Set.
What is the
Age.
column? What column am I updating? Age
Age.
equals to what?
Equals double quotation.
No,
No, age equals to zero,
Zero.
right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to know if the zero will be in double quotation or not. Yes or no?
No.
but wait,
Why?
is it possible to have a 0H?
I don't understand. Oh, yeah. Is it possible to have zero age? That's a good thing. But then I don't want to leave the stuff empty. So let's populate them. Mm,
Maybe
you know
average
what?
age.
Yeah, let's do mean age. Yeah, let's do average age then. Thank you. So set age equals to what? Average age. So where what?
Where age equals.
I just want to copy this one. So where age equals to empty space. So they should actually name this one. So this one, let me run this one. Set invalid use of group function. Oh, I have to write a subquery. Set age. I'm from this one. Attack. Mm, yeah, you should update data type. Okay, you can specify table attack or updates and form plus. I'm not going to write city because that's a lot. I can find this thing to this. I'm not like a city. Ranking. Have you done city in this class? No.
What's that? Sorry, what's that?
Have you done city in this class? City, common table expression.
No.
Okay. Mm. Okay, let me just do this. Let's just populate it with zero. Let's imagine there's zero. So now let's run this code. Okay, now let's select everything. Select, select what? Staff form. Okay, but then they can't be zero age. Sorry, is there a minimum age to go to beach, to go to the beach?
Maybe
No.
18.
No. Ah, I remember you can see 11 in the page, you can see 10, you can see 8. I don't think there is an age limit actually. Okay, I just believe there is zero. I just believe there is zero. Okay, then how can we actually change this N or Y? How can we change this one? So actually, I want to know how many fatal. We can have fatal. Is it no or yes? So I actually want to update this one. I want to clean this one. I want to change this N to no, then Y to whatever. But then before that one, I want to confirm if it is only N and Y we have. So in case we have N, Y, and D, or N, Y, and U, that U for undecided. So how do I do something like that? How do I correct something like that? So in that case, what do you think? What would be our query? The first thing I want to check, right, is for me to know is it only n that is under this column, or there is n and y, or there is n, y, and something else. So how can I get the distinct value of this column or this particular column?
By selecting distance.
So it will be what select what
Select distance.
16th of what?
Fatal. The bottom corner.
So but then now let's attack this one because I feel like it has been attacking us since a long day. Let me just click on it. Right. So we can see this is the column name. So I can just copy the column name, Control C. Now if I put this one Control V, yeah, from. So I should do from what?
Attack.
From attack. So it is giving me you have an error in your SQL syntax, even though it is correct. But then there is a space between fatal and y over n. Now, when there is a space, instead of you to use a quotation mark, there is a keyboard or there is a key on your keyboard before that one, before
I think we
number
did not
one.
close the bracket for distance.
Doesn't matter though. Understand? It is thing that dot fatal doesn't exist. So now it is thinking, SQL is thinking this fatal is a particular column and this y over n is a particular column because there is a space between them. Do we understand? So how can you actually group them that okay, this thing they are not a what do you call it? They are not a column. They are not two column, they are not different column, but a column. So if I should use our normal quotation mark, right? So it will give them this brownish something. But then if I should run it, it is giving me what's the error? Even though it is working, it's not actually supposed to be the quotation mark we will use. There is one quotation backstroke quotation mark on if beside the keyboard number one. I don't know the name, but it looks like this. Let me write it here. So please can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So let me write it. Yeah. Can you see? It looks like it's not exactly an apostrophe. This is an apostrophe here. This one is like a backstroke. Can you see the difference? Can I increase my stuff? No. Um, I feel like we should be able to see the difference on that. Can you see the difference? Or should I need to write me?
Yeah. So
Yeah, you can see the difference, right? So the difference
yes.
is that one is like a backstroke, the other one is an apostrophe. So in this case, we actually did not need the backstroke, but then we need the apostrophe, and we actually did not need the apostrophe. We need to reference this type of stuff. We need the backstroke. So then I will just reference this one with what? The backstroke. Right. The backstroke of this one. Then it will be here too. Sorry, can I go to this? What's happening? Why is everything? Okay. Select distance, right? Distance what?
Fatal.
It will be backstroke, right? Is it fatal over in? So from what table?
Attack.
From attack. Okay. So let's run this. Similar
I
than
thought the
element
back
instruction.
stroke would be from the front and the end.
Okay. Yeah, shoot. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Enter. The same unknown. Okay, let's use apostrophe then. This is some apostrophe tends to be working. But then it's not supposed to be returning y over n. It's supposed to be returning n or y. So let's just change this one. Let's modify the name of this particular column. So the first thing we want to do is what? Alter. Alter what table?
Attack.
Alter table what? So this one is alter table. Attack. Right. So the next thing is what? What do you want to do? You want to rename a column, right? Rename what? It will be what? Rename what?
Column.
What column?
Fatal. Mhm.
So you use the backstroke, fatal y over n, right? Y over n. So I just say fatal. Then let's end it there. Okay. How does it look like? Okay, this one is um so I'm just trying to write the column name and the backstroke. Okay. So let's run this one. So I want to change this one to what? To fatal. It's given unknown fatal y over n. Oh, what? This one, there's one here. Okay, let's run this one. Okay, get alter table. I feel like it has worked. So now let's check everything. Select, let's what? Star from attack. Let's run this one. So we can actually see that, okay, this has actually won. So now let's do something like select distance. Select distance. Distance of what? Distance of fatal. From what table?
Attack.
From what table?
Attack.
So it will be attack. Okay. So it is giving me function. Distance does not open. Okay. We can see that we have ny, but I don't know if this is an empty space. Okay, let me just count it. I want to know if it is 3, it is returning 3, or it is returning 2. How can I count distance type? Let me see which kind. Oh, it is three. So then that means we have Y, we have yes, we have none, then we have undecided, which is the last one. So how can we update this type of thing? How do we replace values inside the column? What will be the query?
Update attack.
Update attack. Then what's the next thing?
Set
What are we trying to set?
attack.
That's how equals to what?
Yes. In color. In
Yes.
quotation.
Uh, yeah, I'll believe one. You know why this one is in quotation. Set pattern equals to yes. Okay.
Where
Yeah.
fatter.
Where pattern.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you so much. So where pattern equals to what? One. So I'm just doing this. So we can see it as one. So then before this one, I can just change this one to no. So this one will be no. Remember, SQL is not case sensitive. So I can write it anyhow. And so it is no. Now I can actually set pattern equals to what? Undecided, which is the third one. Undecided, right? Then when there is nothing there. So remember, if you are submitting this to me, you have to write everything. If you are submitting it to a CEO or it's a group member thing, it's a group team, it's a teamwork, you have to write every code. But because this is just like a shortcut, yeah, I understand. I don't want to write all this code all over and over again. So then let me run this the third one. So remember, I can also run with this one. So it is giving me um the same thing. It's giving me everything is good, everywhere is good. So now let's check this one. Let's check this. So you can actually see that our pattern has changed to what? No. But then I don't like the no. It is small letter. So let's change the no to capital letter. And well, search pattern customer. Where and what's the issue? So now let's run this one again. Oh, it's not going. Oh, where pattern equals to? Hmm, sorry. So yeah, I can see that my pattern has changed, right? And my pattern has changed a lot. Then I like it like this, right? So now the next thing is what? I want to update this age group with null, which are zero, right? They are zero. That's why they are null. So what is the age group of this child one? What's their age group? What can we name them? Yeah? Let me hear you. Let me hear your thoughts. What is the age group of 0 to 5 years? What can we name them?
If
Is that child is or
if you say
baby?
infant,
I can
infant,
name. Oh, infants. Okay, thank you. Now can I know the code to write to change this particular code? How can I update this null value and change the null value into infant? It will be what? What will be the query?
update attack,
To be updates attack, right?
set age group
Search H sorry, H code. Oh sorry.
equals to
Equals to what?
infant,
Right? I think I'm good. Okay. What will be the last one?
Where he is on
Where? Where what?
age age group is
Equals to
equals
what?
to
Actually,
none.
when you say
Just
equals to null, we can actually write something like this. Equals to null. Null is something that is empty. This is null. You can write
that's what I
null
mean.
like this. You can you can also write null like this. Is null. Because I just told you that
Okay, that
Excel
one
is English. Like you can write it like this. Like both of them are correct. Which one should I use?
is
Should I use is null or should I use this one?
yeah, use
Equals
this
to
one
this one.
none.
Okay. I see. It's the same thing. If I should use is null too. I see. It's the same thing. So now let's check this. Like so, this one was let's what start from. What's the table name? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I now add the semicolon. Now you can see the importance of this semicolon. If not had add semicolon, so SQL is getting the code from this place to this place. So it does not know that it has end here. So I just have to add semicolon here so you can see. Now if I should run this one, so let's go. Now my data set looks pretty clean, right? It looks very, very clean now. So I feel like can we all what do you call it? Can we all clean data sets with SQL now? Can we clean data sets with SQL? I'm expecting a yes, because I just feel like I did a little bit of data cleaning. So yeah, that's part of what we'll be doing today. So the next thing is case when. So now, what this case when? Remember when we were doing Excel, we did something like if and if function. So it is the same thing as case when. So remember when we were creating Excel, I said once you know Excel, the knowledge is transferable. Now because you know if statements, now I'm trying to transfer the knowledge because the same thing, the same application, the same use cases of the same use case of if is the same also as in this case one. So how do we use case one? What's the query? What exactly are we trying to do? Now let's say I want to do um hmm, how can I do this? Okay. Sorry, let me know the age group here. I want to know the distinct age group in this particular column. So what will be the code? What will be the code? I want to know distinct values inside this age group. It will be what?
Distinct age group.
It will be okay, let me just type it so
Select
I'm serious now. So let's what
distinct age group.
distinct this one what age group. So from
Format
what?
attack.
Yeah, okay. So I can see we have one, two, three, four, five. So now I actually want to name this adults. I want to change it. Adults to adult should be equals to it don't make sense. I don't know. It don't make sense. Adults equals to how can we call adult again? Let's change them to young. Let's just change adults to 30 to 40. Yes. 30 to 15. Please can you remember the age range? Infant. Infant is what? I know infant is 0. But then young is 11 to 30, right? I can't remember. I'm not.
Yes.
Okay, 11 to 30.
Yeah,
Okay, what about old age? Old age is what?
Old age was,
70,
I
Abby.
think,
Say that. Greater than
No,
7.
greater than
51.
Is it 51?
Greater than 71.
Mm,
One.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's greater than 17. What about elder?
Elder was 50 to
Yeah.
70.
51 to 17. Okay.
51 to 70.
Yeah, remember when we want to do something like this, before we could get this all this stuff, we used like 20 lines yesterday, right? Do we can remember for the code
Yes.
because we need to create a new column, then we need to like use updates for each cases, right? So now it is easier when you want to use if statements. It's just like if this one, if adult is 10, between 10 and 20, return adult, right? That's exactly what case one is doing. So now let's just populate this one. So it's simple. So now let me just write select H from sorry, okay. I have to comment this out. I hope we all know why I'm commenting it out. So when I notice that okay, this thing I'm having an unusual color here. This is like brown. So Excel is thinking, okay, this is a text, and then it is reading the text from it is reading the code from this place. But then once I just comment this one out, one, two. Now notice this red button, and I put a space now. It moves to this one and it changes to what's blue. That is okay, this thing is actually correct. This code you are writing, it's correct. Now from what table? From attack. Okay. So now let me just run this one. Oh okay, that's really okay. Okay, these are the age. These are the age. So how can we use this case when? Actually it doesn't matter. Let's just use case when. Sorry, please let me write it very well. So this one should be in capital letter because it's a keyword. This one should be capital letter. Okay. So now remember, case when comes after select. So it is not like okay, I want to call a column. After age, you put a comma. If you want to call another column. So the first thing is I want to call case. So you write case, but then it is better. It's better to write case on in other line, but then you have to put a comma in the last column you are calling here. So case when. Remember, case when. But then this case when, as a professional, you have to write like a professional. You press your tab key. It's just for readability. I mean, doesn't matter though. So you can see that okay, select case when. Now SQL already know that okay, this thing is trying to it's an if statement. Can you see? It gives a long thing so that okay, as if you want to write your code, you have all space to write it. So and then I can collapse it when I'm done. I can I can what do you write? What do you call it? I can collapse it, then I can also is it enlarge? I don't know. Okay, case when okay, what is the column? What is the column name? Case when age no, it is age group, right? Age group equals to what? Sorry, elder. Tell me now. Infants. Is it infants? That's the first one, right? So then, so the next thing will be then that is select if this case when we should read it as if age group equals to infants return what are we returning? Zero, right? Return zero. And I actually want to put zero in I want to make it as a text. So I don't want it to be calculate. I don't want to have any calculation on it. So I want to make it as a text. So then the next thing is when. Remember, I only write one case. So I feel like can we still understand what I'm writing? What I'm
Yeah.
saying? So what's the next thing? Age group, right?
Because
Equals what?
young.
Young. I think that's the next one. So then, so the next thing is what? It is what? Then what? I think that's 11 to
11.
30. I 50 to 30. 11 to 30. Okay. So the next thing, it will be like this. When, when what?
Age group
Sorry.
equal adult.
Okay. When age equals to what? Um,
Adult.
adult. That should be,
Then 31 to 50.
that should be part of it. Then the last one. What the last one?
No, second to the last. When age group equals
Okay.
elder.
Okay. Okay.
51
I
to
said
70. 51 to 70.
51, okay. Um,
When age group equals old age.
okay, this is the last one, right? Old age, right?
No,
So I can
age.
actually write when age group equals old age, but then I can also write else old age. Else what's greater than 70,
Yeah,
right? That is anything after 50 to 70 because it is
yeah.
the last one. So I can write greater than what 70. So I just want to put this one inside um brackets here. So do we understand it to this particular step? Or should I go back? So remember, this is just a column. I feel like people understand. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I can hear your question, sir.
My first question is that why is greater than also in quotation mark? And also, my second question is that what is it going to return when it is greater than 70? Are we not going to include that?
Okay, great. So the first question is why is greater than in quotation mark? Now, if I should leave it, if it should not be in quotation mark, right? So this particular thing is more like, okay, if age group equals to infant, return 0. If age group is equals to young, return 11 to 30. We know that 11 to 30 is not a number because there is an hyphen there. So we all know that, okay, this is a text. That's why I'm putting them in this thing quotation mark. But then the same as 31 to 50 and 51 to 17. But then if I should not put this one greater than 17, if I just put 70 only, I can put 70 inside the quotation mark too, making the number a text. But then there's a way you can convert data type from text to numeric. As I can see that, okay, we have text data type here, we have int data type here, then we have a lot of text data type. There's a code I can just try to convert from text to int. Understand? But then I want to know, okay, any age after 70, if you are not zero, if you are not zero, if you are not between within the range of 11 to 30, 31 to 50, 51 to 70, if you are anything, if you are elder, after elder, even if you are older, if you are great grandpa, I want to name you greater than 70. That's exactly why I put greater than 70 in the quotation mark. Now, why is greater than 70? Why is greater than inside the quotation mark? Because greater than has contaminates the 17. Now it's not longer what? It's no longer a number, and that's why I'm putting them inside the quotation mark. And the second question is what are we expecting? What we are expecting is that this is the first column, right? This is the first column, age. That is age. Then I'm expecting a second column. But then for that second column, for the second column, I want um an if statement. But then this is the if statement. I could have written this thing on a line. But then for because I'm a professional, that's why I try to make my code more readable. And that's why I splitted it over like 4 or 5 lines. It's still the same thing. Do you understand? It's just like this is still like a colon. Looks like a colon. So we are not done. I feel like I've explained the advanced user.
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
move
yeah.
on?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So the next thing is after you are done with this one, then you now go back here, write end. So Excel, we know that I said Excel. Sorry, my first love is Excel, so that's why. So end that means okay, this if statement is done. So I actually want to use an alias. So I just want to use as I mean we all know what an alias does, right? So as what can I call it? Age status. Let's just say age status. So from attack. Now let's run this. Now can we see? It is returning just two column, which is what I want. Can we see? Age, that's the first column I called. The second column I called is age status. But then this age status, that's why, assuming I've not written age status, I could have written this page would have been. I mean, you can even return an error, even if let me just remove this age status. So continue. Can we see? Can we see how? I mean, can we see? This looks so. I don't know. It looks so shamble. It's not pretty. So now let me just add my alias. So as instead of all these codes, right? I just want to use its status. So we can see as its status. So it's not like an if statement. So if I should run this one now, then we can see its status as this one should be its status. So we can see this like an if statement. When it is within 48, you can see 48 is within 31 to 50. So we are expecting no 48 is within this one. So we are expecting it to be 31 to 50 is within this range. 19 is within 19 to 30. Then we can see it is correct. So we can use this thing instead of creating that 20 line code, right? Instead of creating that 20 line code, I'm coming. Instead of creating that 20 line code, we can just do that in just 7 lines of code. Then we get the same answer as the 20 line code. Okay, now you can ask your question.
So I wanted to ask that instead of using the age column, why don't we use the age group column? Like this now, when we run the case statement, it says when infant equals to 0. But from here, we are not seeing the age group, like we are not seeing infant, young, adult, elder, like that. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I
And
mean you can call anything. So you mean I should call another thing? I should call the age group, right?
yes,
Like this one, it doesn't matter. I mean, you have the so, but then there must be a comma after it. Control enter. I see.
yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Okay. No, it's just like this. Is just like an example. I'm just trying to introduce what this case one can do. It's not like I'm saying this is what you are supposed to do. I'm just trying to introduce the query of case one.
Okay. So that means if you are trying to, like the same way we did it yesterday, if you are trying to do that, we can just use it like this.
Exactly. And this is like a faster way to get it.
But then that would be
I don't think you understand.
when age equals 0, then infant, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
Sorry.
understood. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have any question? Anyone with any question? Okay. Okay, let's do one more example before we move on. So yeah, I created an employee stuff yesterday. No, I don't want to use this one. Let me use this one. Okay, I want to find if statement that okay, anyone that has the last name of Ola, it should be we should return if your last name is Ola, if your last name is Ola, right? If your last name is Ola, sorry, this one should be last name. If your last name is Ola, then we should return what? We should return the Ola, the Olas, right? Then if your last name is not Ola, we should return not Ola. So this one should be not Ola. You understand? So I want something like that. So how can we write the quiz? Let's be fast. We have limited time. So this one will be what? What will be the query? What will be the query? Don't want to try.
That's it. That's why
Okay, yeah, you can.
select.
Select. Okay, so select.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Um,
What I do?
select. Let's just select the last name. Let's what? The last name. Okay, now this is when the case statement starts from. So select the last name. This is where the case statement starts from. So what's the first thing you want to start the case statement? It
This
starts with what? So we start with case. So this one will be case,
Comma after
right?
last name.
Okay, comma after last name. Thank you. So this one will be what? Case. Then what?
when
When? I hope we all know why I put a tab here. So when? Okay. When what? So remember this what? Case one is just what? If. Okay. If what? What's the column?
last name
Thank you. If last name equals to what?
Ola
Comma.
in quote.
Now in quotation mark because the text here type right in quotation mark. Okay. What will be the
Then
next thing? Then thank you. Then we should return what?
the Olas in quotation mark.
It should be in quotation mark. The almost. Are you expecting any comma after this one?
No.
No.
Thank you. No
El-
comma. So this one is what? What's the next thing?
else.
Else. Thank you. Hmm. Else. Else what?
Not Ola.
Thank you. Hmm. That's one. Then this is just like a select statement. So what will be the last thing?
And
And
And then what will be the last thing?
last.
Okay. Hmm?
and
This
as
is not like a select
You
statement.
can put that
And
you
as yeah, sorry, I can't hear you. And as what?
last name
Let's
or
say
one
name status. Yeah, let's just say name status. So what will be the next thing?
from
From what?
I think customers.
What will be
employee,
the next thing?
This is employee.
Is it employee? No, no, it is customer.
employee,
Oh, it's not employee. Employee has employee ID, name, salary, and product search. But
okay,
then this one does not have this one. So it should be customers. customer like that.
Okay, okay.
Business terms. So, but then you can even add a tab here. Link tag, this one tab, this one tab, add a tab here. I mean, just for readability, I think it looks better, right? Like this better like this. So this select and form on the same line, case and end on the same line, when and else on the same line. Yes, it looks better. No, let's run this. Can you see? I feel like yeah, this is clear. This clear, right? Okay. So thank you. So yeah, that's case one. So thank you. So let me check about. I think I prepared. Okay, that is one. Then the next one is soft query. Then we finish our join. Okay, please just give me a minute. Okay, yeah, please just continue. So yeah, I prepared something for us. Okay, I think we all know. Well, I've cleaned this one now. So we have prepared employee customer. Is it employee? Okay, this customer, this table. So yeah, I want us to start by actually cleaning this data set. But then you'll be like, ah, this looks pretty clean. But then I did a mistake here. But well, it's an intentional mistake. So I actually want to write name, but then I wrote NMAE. So how can I rename the column elder? The column elder, that's the first question. Okay, let's just start from that first question. So we can actually do these two things we have before us today. So how can I rename the first the column elder, the column header,
Outside the table.
author, author table. It's not
That
author the table, author table,
outside table customer.
author table, customer table. No, it's not customer. It is employee now. It is employee.
Hmm.
Yeah, is it here? Is employee. Okay. So what will be the next one?
Rename
Mm,
column.
Then what? Column what?
The column NMAE
Okay. Okay.
as
Now to
oh,
Jigito.
okay. So
Okay.
name
You can see it is writing zero is affected. But then let's press this one again. So it has changed. Yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, want to perform join. What's join? Now the question goes like this. Now before, in case some of us were not here yesterday, let me just return. Let me just let me increase my stuff. Please can you start asking my screen very well now? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I just found out how to increase the lettering of my screen today.
How
So
did you do that?
that's how I've not been doing. So I just do, when you want to enlarge something on your phone, like using two hand on your phone, that's the same way you can do it on your mouse, on trackpad, on your mouse trackpad too. Like using that two hand, if you want to enlarge a picture on your phone, the way you enlarge it. So
Okay.
that's how I can actually enlarge. So I just found it out. I just found out today too. Okay. Okay, let's move on. So we want to join Bitcoin. So let's just look at this stuff. I want to claim. How about then? Let me just claim some stuff with Bitcoin. I don't want to claim everything because I've not formed the notes. So I'll use some of this open tab to form the notes I'm supposed to. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do this. So now this employee table. Now remember we were doing something like products, customers, and employee. Now this is an organization, all right? We sell a lot of stuff like food, toy, Legos. You understand? We sell a lot of stuff. But then I have different tables for different set of people. This is the table for my employee. That is this particular guy, John. His salary I do give him what, how much? 40,000 naira. Then done, I gave him what? I do give him what, 20,000, then K 10,000, then Z I gave him R 15,000. But then this particular John is only selling product number one. Product number one. But then I don't know product number one. Let's say I'm a stakeholder, I'm new to the organization. So I don't know what product number one is. So but then Don is only selling product number two, K is only selling product number three, and Z is only selling product number four. Do you understand? Do you understand this data set here? Or can I move on? Okay, I feel like people understand the data sets. Okay, okay. So let me just explain this one in case you are not understand. So this customer table, these are like people that came to buy this product. Now you can actually see that okay, this AG he bought product number one, Ola bought product number two. Remember, so they bought different products, but then we can only see from the product ID in the product table too. So in the products, we can actually see, okay, if your product is product number one, that means you actually, yeah, it is referring to what? Toy. Product number two refers to what? Food. Then product number three refers to as Legos, and product number four refers to what? Computer. You understand? But then you can only see this particular information when you're on the product table. Now, let's say I actually want to see my employee. No employee. I actually want to see in a table what each employee is selling. So I'm expecting this guy, this John, to return toy. Toy and number two should be food, I guess. Number three should be Legos and number four should be computers. So how can I join this particular stuff? But then what will be my condition? How do I know? Okay, this is the type of join I'm supposed to use. We have four major type of join. We have the inner join, the left join, right join. Then we have the what left join, right join, and what, sorry, left join, right join, and the full
Roger.
outer join. Yeah, thank you. Full outer join. So how can I join this one? Now this is the foreign key. I think I explained what foreign key means yesterday. So this is the foreign key. What is foreign key? Foreign key is just something that connects this particular column, which is the employee column, to the what? To the product column. Now this is the product column. You can see we have product ID here. But then we also have product ID. Where is it? We have product ID here. We have product ID in the employee table, in the product table, and the customer table. So in case, in a way, you can say product ID connects the table. So because we can find product ID in different table, and that's why we call them foreign key. But then this one, customer ID, we can only find this customer ID in customer column. That box makes it what it is unique to this particular people, and that makes it what a primary key. It's not a foreign key. So yes, let me just narrate this one to you. I remember my first interview. So the first question ever was differentiate between foreign key and primary key. So that was my first ever question I was asked as a data analyst. Well, as a junior data analyst, because I was so new to the data analysis stuff, my first interview was just like differentiate between, because yeah, they will ask some technical questions. It's not about go and analyze this stuff, this data. There's ChatGPT, there's you can give other people to analyze it for you. You understand? So they will try to question you. Okay, do you even know anything at all about data analysis? They will just say they'll just ask some stuff or differentiate what is tax bar. If it is Excel, they just say okay, do conditional formatting. Like it is online course, it's like Zoom meeting. Okay, he said, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. I'm just narrating my experience. It's not like a code or something. So I said, um,
I know that
2023. Yeah,
you are narrating your
2023.
experience. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, you mentioned something that you taught yesterday, but I did not get the name. So you're like you expect us to know the is it phone copy? What did you call it?
Foreign key and primary
I
key.
said foreign key. Foreign key.
Primary key.
Okay. Now let me explain. So we have foreign key. We have two type of key. We have foreign key, then we have primary key. Now, when you say something is primary, that is something is unique to you. Now, for every student in a class, we have different matric number, right? So that's an example of primary key because it's just so unique to you. Your matric number is unique to you. There, no matter if you're a student of Unilag, I'm guessing you should be a student of Unilag, faculty of pharmacy, even though I do not know you. Which school are you attending again?
Is it me? She's so
Yeah, yeah. So I'm asking which school are you attending? I don't know. What's
Unilag.
the
Unilag. CMU.
wow, wow.
Right.
Yeah, you same here. Wow. Okay.
Oh
Wow, I'm
shit.
so surprised. How come I don't know you? Okay. So your matric number is so unique to you in in the old school, in the old Unilag. So that's an example of primary key. But then what connects the CMU students to Akoka students? Oh, sorry, if you are not a Unilag student. I'm just trying to relate something to what connects CMU students to Akoka students. Four of them are what Unilag students, right? That's what we call foreign key. That is what is unique. I mean,
Sorry, did
what
you
is
say
what
foreign?
we can find. Yeah, foreign like international, something like that. Do you understand? That is what can be found, what we can find in this table, and we can also find in another table. That's an example of foreign key. Now look at this thing. You can look at this customer table. You can see there is product ID there. Look at this product table. There is also product ID there. Look at this employee table. There's also what product ID there. Even though it's not product ID, it's not named as product ID, but then the content is what product ID. So in this case, this is what we call foreign key. That means this particular product showed is a foreign key. But then look at this one, employee ID. This employee ID, this 1001 is unique to this employee, right? That is that this one is a primary key, this one is a foreign key. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, see you on Monday. Um, sorry, what was I saying? Assign to do something. Okay, now how do we know what type of journey we are supposed to do? Because I want to know, okay, what particular product is being sold here. So we have inner journey, we have our left journey, right journey, and stuff. So, but then I want to know how to join. But we can also, I mean, this particular data set is small, so we all know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these products we can also find 1, 2, 3, 4 there. That means both of them have common product ID, right? So I can just use inner join. So how can I write this sequence for inner join? So the first thing is what select what please can we select what um select everything, right? From what's the first table? Employee, right? From employee. So what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Want to join now. So that will be the next query now.
Inner
It
join.
will be join. What type of join? Inner join, exactly. Inner join.
In our join.
So what are we trying to join? What's the table? What's the second table? We are trying to join this thing now. Inner join what? What table? We are joining employee table to what?
I
To
think
product
product.
Product.
table. So it's, yeah, so this one will be what? Product, right? So what's the for now? This is the employee table. You can see the employee table. We want to join this one because this is the phone key here. We want to join it with what? This is the product key. We want to join this one with this one. So now on the next query was on what part? What's the stuff here?
Product ID.
Where is it? Sorry. Fine. Okay, this one I'm writing. So I want to join the first table is employee. So employee, I want to join this product sold, right? So on product sold, product sold. Wait, let me check this one. Product sold equals to what? Product ID is one. Do you understand? Yes. So let me just now I can see all my employees. It ends here. No, it ends here. Then this is my product table. So this is exactly what I mean by in agile. Look at this. Select everything from employee, that is employee is the first table. Then we are joining the what? We are joining the second table, which is what? Inner join. What type of join? Inner join. Product table. What's the common table? In this employee table, which is the first table we called, now looking at this, we can see that okay, this product sold, this particular column is the same as this particular column, this particular product ID column. That's why I'm joining product sold. It's not necessary that it's not compulsory that we have to have the same column name to join them together. In as much the major thing we are considering is the contents of the column, right? It should be product ID. Assuming this was product ID, I will have written product ID. But then I changed it intentionally so that you can know that okay, even this can be ID only. But in as when the contents are the same, you can actually join this particular column on employee, also on product ID, on product statement. Do you understand? Yeah. Do we all understand?
So yeah, I understand, but I have a question. Sorry.
Okay.
Yesterday, I think we were doing something like dot, another one. Like I don't know, maybe you get me.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yes. It doesn't. Oh, okay, yeah. We actually did something about that.
Because
But
this is
then,
quite
what was
easy.
yes, it is. Yesterday too was easy. Even yesterday, I was trying to make it easier. I don't know if it gets confusing. So now let me just say, now I'm just trying to, instead of writing employee, now I'm just trying to make it readable, like more readable. I mean, you can just write it like this on your phone. So I'm just trying to, instead of, I don't want to be writing employee, I don't want to refer to employee because employee is just too long for me. So let's just say I want to refer this one, this particular table as E. Let's just imagine, or let me just say EMP. So that will be readable. Then this product, I want to refer to as what? P or pod, right? Instead of writing employee, it's just like an alias. That is, wherever I see this particular employee table, I will refer it, I refer to it as what M. Wherever I see this product table, I refer to it as what prod. So now I'm just trying to say that okay, this product sold, I want it on what? It should be on M M table. Now normally I can't actually tell the difference that okay, this product sold, is it coming from employee table? Is it coming from product table? Right? I'm just trying to put this alias here just for readability. So I can just know that okay, this particular product sold is actually coming from employee table. Then this PROD dot is actually coming from product table. So if I should run this one now, it's still giving the same thing. But I'm just trying to even make it easier yesterday. That is, this one looks like it's easy, but then you can choose anyone you want. But for me, I think this one looks easy to me. I don't. Should I come again? Or do you understand? I feel like you understand. Okay. So that's exactly how to write it, Jen. And okay, now let's do something real quick because I have lesser time. So now let me just insert a value here. Insert value. Insert into. I'm sorry. And what's the table again? Employee. Values. I know I've taught us this one. Values 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So, let me just say 1, 0, 5. What's the name? Let's say play. It's not such a play. What is salary? Let's say I'm telling you. Maybe I'm 18,000. Switch, let's say 5. This one, this one. So it's employee is let's just say 1 is 4. I'm giving 8,000. And that is 736. This one should have a comma. This one should have semicolon. So now if I should select everything from employee, start from one. Okay, great. So now this is exactly when we actually know the difference, the importance of this join we are doing. So I just want to do like a couple of joins. So you can I just want to use the same join. So now let's run this code again, this particular code again. Now remember our employee table has been uploaded, right? Has been updated. That is, it is no longer 1, 2, 3, 4 only, but now we have 5 and 6 included. Right? Please just be with me so I can explain this thing. You can just get it once and for all. Sorry, how can I make this thing? Actually, yes. Okay, let's just get this once and for all. Now we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I actually want to see, I want to join employee with what product again. But then in this product table, this employee table, right? In product table, let's check product table. You can see we only have product ID 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to check I want to return only where we can find employee and the products. That's you don't understand. If I should run this code, can you see it is only returning 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just run the code before I explain. Now if I should run left join, if I should run left join, that means it will be prioritizing the first column, right? The first left column. So now if I should run this one, we can see it has what 5 and 6, and it return null for everything here. If I should run right join, that means it only prioritize 1, 2, 3, 4 because this one does not have 5 and 6, and that's exactly why this one is not. Assuming this one has 5, or let me do something so we can actually see it. Start. Oh, this one is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be done nothing. And what is the name? Get it. Values. I just want this one to be 7. What is the next one? Yeah, let's what can I say? So what's the next thing? Cost price 18,005 profits 50,000 amount published cost pricing 120 plus 26 also random airport out of range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know supposed to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. This one for this one. This one. Okay. Cost price. Oh, okay. Okay. I forget. Yeah, when I was creating the present. This is better now. Okay, now please let's check this thing. Now we have products 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say we have 5 and 6, but currently they are out of stock, right? They are out of stock. But then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 7 present. But then we only have employee. We only have 4 employee. Let me run it again. How many employee? We have 6 employee. The last guy, maybe we start him, right? The last guy, or maybe we stand or something. We start the last guy. So now I want to use different type of joint cases. So I want to know, okay, I want to know how many um employee are currently working. Remember, we have 5 type of products. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 7. In this case, I'm expecting 1, 2, 3, 4 should be only the one that are working. Now this is the left table. The product table is the right table. So what am I supposed to use? Am I supposed to use inner join, left join, right join, or stuff? I'm supposed to use inner join. That is, if you are working, that means you will be selling, right? That is, if you are working in 1, 2, 3, if you are working, you should be among those that sells too. That's exactly why I'm using inner join, because inner join is some the intersection, the value that intersect. Right. So that's exactly why I'm using inner join here. That's correct. That's exactly why I'm using inner join. If I should write inner join here, inner join, and then I call this one. Then I can see I'm returning 1, 2, 3, 4. This is common to the left, and it's also common to the right. But then if I should use something like left join, that is okay. I want to return all my employee. This they are selling no, they are not selling no, but I just want to see all my employee. So that is I'm prioritizing my employee table. That's why I'm using left join. Control enter. Can we see? Now it is returning all employee value, even though they are not selling anything for 5 and 6. But okay, let's say I'm not. I want to see all my products. They have seller or did not have seller. That is, I'm prioritizing the right table. That's when I use it right join. Um, join that. Now you can see it's prioritized the right table over the left one. But okay, I want they are selling or they are not selling no. You are product, you now have a customer, you now have someone that sells you, that's selling you. Okay, I want to sell everything. That's when we use what? Full join. And is it full out? Um, should be what? Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter though. I'll just check this out sometimes later. So, but then I think we understand the use case of inner join and left join, right join. Okay. Yeah, do anyone has a question? I can move on. Okay, I feel like they understand. So now the last thing for me today is software. Okay. Mm, yeah, subquery is quite simple. So now let me just say the salary. I think I did something with salary. Mm. So yes, what I want to do again? Okay, so now I want to convert. I want to calculate this thing. Let's look at this. Now I want to know. Okay, maximum salary. Who can just tell me? Looking at this table because this is quite what short data set. So what's the maximum data salary here? What's the maximum?
1,000.
40,000, right? So I actually want to compare each maximum the maximum salary of each one of each employee to each other like this. Okay, this 40,000, this 40,000. What is the difference between the maximum and what this guy is collecting? So I want to see 40,000 here, so I can just know that okay, there's 20,000 difference. There's 40,000. There's 30,000 difference. Assuming this is more like a thousands or 10,000 and 10,000 and 10,000 that rows of data set. So you're not expecting me to know the maximum salary being given. So now, but then I want to do something like okay, I want to see salary beside this thing, the maximum salary. Then I can actually say okay, this 40,000 and this 30,000. Definitely, the difference between the maximum salary and this salary is 32,000. Do you understand? Now, that's example of what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the maximum salary. That's the first query. The second query is that I'm trying to return a whole table. Do you understand? So the first thing is I'm trying to return the old table, which is console star. But then the next one is okay, let me just start like this. So return I will not fuck up. So this one you will select how do you calculate the maximum salary? How can I calculate the maximum salary? Yeah, please I need suggestion. How can I calculate the maximum salary?
Select max salary.
So these are what max salary, right? From what?
From employee table.
From employee to. If I should run this one, what happens? Okay. So we can see it is 40,000. So now I want to this query, this particular query. No, this is the maximum. So I just want to control C, then put it after this one. Yes. I really hope you understand. Though. So let's run this one. Let's run this particular code. Now you can see what we've done. Now see what we've done. You can actually see that okay, this 40,000, this 80,000. But then there are two queries inside one query. This is what we call subquery. But then let me break it down very well. So the first thing we want is select everything. Now it is selecting everything. Okay, let's say I don't want everything in this particular column. I want what? Let's say I just want this salary only. I want the salary column only, right? But then the next thing I need as the next column, okay, I need the only the salary column. But the next thing I need is maximum. I want maximum column. So if I should run this one so you can actually understand what I'm trying to explain. So we can see that okay, I need the maximum column. But then to actually get the maximum column, I have to do select max salary from employee. So instead of writing select max salary from employee as a different code or query. I just want to write it in the same code, and that's exactly what we call subquerying. Subquery is just like, okay, I need this thing, then you put it there. It comes from anywhere. It doesn't necessarily, it's not necessary that, okay, it must be after select. Instead of from employee, you can write from, then write a subquery here. You can write subquery where, then you write a subquery there. So I just try to do some use cases, even though we have 8 minutes more. But then this subquery I don't know. I've not had time to actually treat it, but at least today I've introduced us more to it. So maybe tomorrow we do a lot of stuff quickly, then we go to city, then we go to advanced, then we end SQL there. Advanced window function, city. The next thing we should do is advanced window function, city and subquery. I'm supposed to finish the subquery to that one. So um yeah. Do you understand this one first? Let me check if you understand this one. Do you understand this subquery? Ah, she did. Okay, let me try another one. Okay, now let's say I want instead of this one, I know we can fix this one. You can just write alias here as max salary, right? I just fix this one. Right, you can just fix that one. So it's simple to fix. Now let's write another subquery. The subquery now let's look at this data set, at this data set. So I want to return the average amount of products sold at this place. Average amount of products sold at this place. No, let's do something like this. Yeah, this is a little bit complex. But will it work? I'm not sure. But then it just come. I'm not prepared, so it just comes into my mind. Like, I just conceived this idea. Let's do this question. Please, let's understand the question first. The question goes like this. Select. Have you return the average amount? Return the average amount. Oh wait, how can I do this question? Wait, I'm coming. Now select everything. One more. Um, Okay, let me just write it. I know what I want to write, but I can't write it. Okay, let me just find it. So now I want to find the average amount of this graph. The average amount each customer's bought, right? So how can I get the average amount? So this is what employee table, right? No, this customer's thing. How can I get the average amount? So this one will be what? This is the average, average of what? Average amount. So let's run this. So we can see that okay, the average amount is what? 716. So okay, good. But then I want something like this 716 should only be returned to any amount that is greater than 716. I don't know if that's good. That's which I want to compare the values of products. I want I want to compare the values of each customer. That is, I want to compare these values, this value I got here. I want to compare it with the price or the amount I sold for each customer. That is, but that customer, let me just compare it with each customer. So then you can just make advance it from there. So this one will be what select what select I think it's amount. Select amount. So this is like another column. Instead of a query, you don't see it as a query. You see it as a what? As a column. Because this one is only returning average amount. So you see it as a column. Then just go about your day like it's normal day. You understand? Just go about your day like it's a normal thing. So this one will just be from what? From customers. So let's just run this one. So you can see you have 760, 760, 760. But this is not what I want. I want to compare it only when the amount is greater than greater than this particular price. Okay, 500. I don't want to compare 500 than 760. This amount, the amount you pay, has to be greater than 760 before I can compare it. That's exactly what I want. That is, this amount, where, let me just write it, where this amount, where amount, where amount is greater than what? Average, I can just write average amount, but then I want something like this. Control C, Control Z. What is this thing trying to do? It's trying to return the what average amount, right? The average amount is that is where amount is greater than 760. So now let me run this one. Now you can only see that what it returns is just like okay, the amount is greater than what 760. Now this example of subquery. Can you see an example of subquery? There are
That
like
is
four queries here. Instead of let me change it. We all know that subquery is what the average amount is what 760. So if I should write 760 here, if I should write 760 here, it's still the same thing. Once I enter, it's still the same thing. Like it's returning the four query, right? But instead of writing 760, I just want to show that okay, I'm a professional. Then I want to write another query. That's why I'm writing this complex query. Then I just control Z. Then you can actually see. You can actually see. So we can just change this one as average amount to solve this problem. So you can see. And that's exactly how to write subquery. Subquery is just like, okay, I want to put another query inside one query. Like having like you can have like 200 query in a query. Now you can see that we have three queries now. This is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. So that's the example of subquery. So yeah, do you have any question? Okay. Okay, thank you guys for joining. We'll continue. I think at least we've done a little about subquery. So I'll just try to give some use cases tomorrow. Then we do city and advanced Windows operation. Hopefully we can finish that. Then we end SQL. Then on Friday, the next one, we do a guided project on SQL project. Then on Saturday we start Power BI. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. I really appreciate. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, bye bye.